Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Nippon TV News NNN, the Israeli military carried out a drone strike in southern Lebanon on June 15th, resulting in one fatality. This incident is believed to be the first death caused by an Israeli attack on Lebanon since the announcement of the peace agreement between the United States and Iran. Israel has frequently conducted strikes in Lebanon under the pretext of fighting Hezbollah, the pro-Iranian militant group, and had airstruck the suburbs of Beirut just the day before, on June 14th. Because a cessation of hostilities in Lebanon was a key condition strongly demanded by Iran for the peace agreement, this fatal drone strike has sparked serious concerns regarding the future and stability of the newly established peace deal. Additionally, eyes are now on U.S. President Donald Trump, who is attending the G7 summit, to see if he will make any statements regarding this development. According to Yonhap News Agency, the Seoul Central District Court on Monday rejected an arrest warrant sought for Kim Myung-soo, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, JCS, over his alleged role in former President Yoon Suk-yeol's failed martial law declaration on December 3, 2024. Kim, who was the nation's highest-ranking military officer at the time, is accused of playing a key role in an insurrection by standing by as troops deployed to the National Assembly and participating in the establishment of a martial law command. Special Counsel Kwon Chang-young's team filed for the warrant, arguing Kim was aware of the declaration's illegality but failed to act. However, the court dismissed the request, stating the charges are disputable. Kim's right to defense must be guaranteed, and there is a low risk of flight or destruction of evidence. Kim's side rejected the allegations, claiming then Defense Minister Kim Yong-hyun held control of the troops and sidelined him. Meanwhile, the court issued arrest warrants for 3 other former military officials targeted in the same probe. According to a report by Thai Sounds, the United States military issued a notice on Monday, June 15th, stating that the maritime blockade on Iranian ports remains fully active. This blockade will be maintained until a ceasefire agreement, which is expected to be finalized on Friday, June 19th, is officially signed. The military advisory warned all vessels that traffic in and out of Iranian ports remains restricted and urged them not to attempt transit without explicit instructions. While both the U.S. and Iran have announced a basic agreement to reopen the strategic Strait of Hormuz and end the blockade, the two nations remain divided on the specific details of the post-war arrangement. U.S. President Donald Trump claimed that oil tankers have already begun exiting the southern lane of the strait. However, Iran countered by asserting that the waterway will not return to its pre-war international status. Instead, Tehran claims the Strait of Hormuz will be jointly managed by Iran and Oman, and that Iran plans to levy a service fee on passing merchant vessels. According to CNBC, senior executives from artificial intelligence startup Anthropic are meeting with Trump administration officials in Washington, D.C. to resolve a high-profile dispute. The clash began after the government issued an unexpected export control directive ordering Anthropic to suspend access to its newly released AI models, Fable 5 and Mythos 5, by any foreign national due to unspecified national security concerns. In response, Anthropic disabled access to the models for all customers to ensure compliance. This incident represents the latest friction between Anthropic and the government. Earlier this year, the Department of Defense labeled Anthropic a supply chain risk, leading to a ban on defense contractors using its technology. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, publicly defended the blacklist. Anthropic released Fable 5 and Mythos 5 just days before the Friday directive, stating they had previously received approval to deploy them. The company characterized the government's security concern as a misunderstanding over a narrow, non-universal jailbreak issue, warning that applying such strict recall standards across the sector would halt frontier AI model deployments. Anthropic is currently working to resolve the issue and restore access. According to Al Jazeera, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, has recorded a record daily spike in Ebola infections, confirming 72 new cases and 32 deaths within 24 hours. This raises the total number of confirmed infections to 782 and the death toll to 181. The current outbreak is driven by the rare Bundibugyo virus strain, which has a 22.8% mortality rate and lacks any approved vaccine or treatment. Health officials warn that containment efforts are facing severe challenges. Eastern Ituri province remains the outbreak's epicenter, accounting for nearly 95% of cases, with the virus also spreading to North and South Kivu provinces and across the border into Uganda. Surveillance is severely hampered by low contact tracing rates, which have fallen to 56.5%, far below the 95% target. Furthermore, an ongoing humanitarian crisis, characterized by armed conflict involving groups like the M23 rebels and the constant movement of artisanal gold miners, is exacerbating the spread. Doctors Without Borders, MSF, has warned that the true scale of the outbreak remains unknown due to funding gaps and testing limitations. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.